Hey guys, I'm FilthyRobot. Welcome to a special D&D episode. We're doing a one-off. Xilo is unavailable this week, and we're replacing him with, oh my god, I almost said Victor. You're killing me right now with this name, Ricky. With Spademate. So, Spademate in the top right. Well, obviously, for you guys, it's not that. I just started reading out my Skype order. So, Ricky, Spademate, Galg, and of course, Solitaire DMing. So, yeah, we'll be playing some new characters at level 3 just for this week and next week, and then back to the regularly scheduled campaign. So, all right, so tell us what we're getting into.
Back to level 3, yes.
Back to level 3. Sorry,
No
guys.
fucking complaining, alright?
I wanted this level too.
Alrighty. So, you are a intrepid band of adventurers who have, you know, you're not all that experienced, but you've done a couple of jobs, mostly going here and there and trying to build yourself a reputation. And then one happening when you're heading west from Troya out into the wilderness, following the Vorma River. It's time to camp, and you guys settle down for the evening. The night is fairly grim, and the fog starts to settle in about you. The fog is very, very heavy on this night, and you look around and take stock of the trees and cover that's here. You kind of see what's a good spot to make a lookout, and you all settle down for the night and just prepare to get some nice, well-earned rest.
All right.
At this point, we'll do a quick introduction to your characters. Who are you and what can you do?
Are we supposed to be seeing any sort of screen right now, Sully, or just the white
Nope,
squares?
just blank. Just the blank white squares.
Okay.
All right.
Spade, you want to start?
Sure. I am Zanlu Eyebright. I am a forest gnome. I'm a arcane trickster, which is a type of rogue, and so I kind of do sneaky shit and have some magic to back it up.
Cool. All right.
Galg?
My name is Czech.
You don't need to speak in character for this because you can't speak in character for this.
Sure, I am Czech. My a Kanku monk, way of the open hand. So basically, run in and hit a lot of things. Essentially, yeah.
DPS kind of class, yeah.
And for our viewers who don't know what a Kenku is, I imagine you're going to be acting very differently, and it's not because of brain damage. It actually is role-playing. So you want to tell us what that's going to be composed of?
Well, Kankus are limited by something called mimicry, which essentially means I mimic the sounds that other people have produced. And I don't have my own voice, essentially. So.
Is that anyone's voice? Anyone says in
Yes,
your environment?
anyone I've heard in the past.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's an open hand monk?
Well, it's a monastic tradition, and that basically lets me inflict 1 or 3 conditions if I manage to hit with a flurry of blows. So, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be using rider effects on your attacks. Got it. What do you do, Ricky? Who are you and what do you do?
Hey, so my character is named Victor Leaf. He's a wild human and cleric of life domain. And I will be mostly doing healing and I guess tanking because we don't have any front character.
I think a cleric's a pretty good front character. My character is Zira Sean Victor Spade, and I will be playing a level 3 human ranger today. Mostly going to be shooting things with arrows and trying to be as confusing as possible with the naming scheme. Okay, so we're all here?
Okay, Goran. Alright. Alrighty. So you do settle in for the night and the watches switch. But when you wake up, Goran, the fog is still present, but you look around and you notice the location of the trees have changed. In fact, not just that they seem to have moved around, things have become a lot more heavily wooded. The types of trees also have changed. no longer deciduous trees, now very much evergreens, more like pines. Much darker greens that are around you.
Has the
everyone else
temperature
awake?
changed? Oh, are we all up? Or
When you all wake up, you notice this.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. Has the temperature changed at all? Like, does it feel like we're in a different climate?
It's colder. It's colder.
Okay.
Although that may be because of the fog, you're not too sure.
Sure. All right.
Well, we're not where we started anymore.
No, you could have wandered somewhere magical.
Yeah,
think.
I don't think we're lost because this isn't like we're a little off track or a little out of sorts. This is totally different.
Is this a route that we would be familiar with? Like, is this a place we know well, or is this just a road we've never been on before?
It's a road you've never been on before. I mean, these trees are all you're really going by that you can see at this point in time. The fog is just so thick at this point that it's difficult to see, but this was not where you stopped. You know that much.
All right.
I'd like to check my possessions. Do I still have everything that I had last night, or has that been somehow changed as well?
Okay, you look everything over, and everything seems to be in order. Doesn't seem to. Nothing seems to be missing.
Just quick out of character question: do we know each other? Are we supposedly having worked together before, style thing? Like, what do we have for?
Yep.
I think you said so that we're a group.
Okay. Cool. All right.
All right. I guess we just keep following the road and see where it leads. I don't know what else to do.
We could try to ascertain if there's any magical cause of this in the area. Certainly, maybe a detect magic might be worth.
I can do that.
That'd be helpful.
All right.
Okay. I will do.
Can you do that as a ritual or?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm just not a big fan of really heavy fog in an area we don't know when we've just been moved by someone else's magic.
No, I totally agree. I think I'm gonna try to keep a lookout to see if I can see anything moving in the fog at all, like while he's doing this ritual.
Okay, cool. Roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, and if I wasn't clear, that's what I was hinting at too. I would also like to keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to roll perception as well, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's absolute stillness that's surrounding you. You hear the whistling of a very slight wind through the trees, some of the needles falling, but there's no sound anywhere of any living being. You complete your ritual for detect magic, and you look around and can also see no magic whatsoever.
Nothing magical around us. It's like this is legit forest.
Victor,
Very strange.
you feeling up to climbing one of these trees? We could really use maybe some eyes above the fog, see if it's localized or see if it's, just...
Maybe you can let me do that. That might be better.
Okay.
All right. I'll try to climb to the top of a tree and see if I can get a lay of the land, see if it's just fog as far as I can see or what.
Sure. Roll me an athletics check.
Can't be acrobatics.
That's why.
Oh dear.
That's why.
Climb these kind of trees, no.
All right,
This is,
fair enough. Does 10 do it?
Eventually, I mean, you prick yourself a couple of times on the tree, but you manage to get to the top, but you're still under the fog cover. It makes no difference.
All right. Well, shit. I'll find a way down and report back saying, fog as far as the eye can see. Can't really get a view of the land from up there.
All right. Well, that's not leaving us too many options then. We need to get out of here, find out what's causing this, and find out how we get back home.
Can we tell if there's a way that we came? Like, I know we've kind of changed location, but can we tell which way would be forward?
Yeah, is
The
there...
road for the most part hasn't changed. The road
Okay.
in the direction you were traveling, that terrain hasn't really changed much.
Okay. Well,
I don't know what time it is approximately. I normally use the sun to tell that, but can I see any hint of sun through mist, even in terms of light direction?
Nope, none.
Nothing at all. Okay.
Hmm.
Does it appear to be getting warmer as we do this? Or I guess what I'm saying is I would like to pay attention to heat as the day progresses to see if it seems to be getting warmer like it would in a normal day-night cycle, or if there's not a day-night cycle.
Over the course of 10 minutes, it hasn't changed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But over the next couple hours as we're walking on the road, I'd like to pay attention to that.
Does the path that we were traveling on look more weathered or less weathered compared to when we saw it yesterday? Before
More weathered. It looks older.
Okay.
We hit 88 miles an hour, guys. Nobody got the reference. Damn.
I got it. It's like Spade's only reference that you can make.
I have a couple references. I gotta make what I can.
What is the reference to?
Back to the
Back to the
future.
Future.
Oh, I see.
Alright.
In a long time.
Anyways, I guess we just keep on going down the road and see what we find.
Yeah, and maybe, I mean, this fog's already given us, it's already going to give us a big disadvantage if we're walking into someone's ambush. Maybe we try to keep conversation to a minimum until we get a little distance between here and there, between here and later.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So we're going to quietly move down the road then.
All right.
I guess looking around for anything.
The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses, looming grey in the fog. With huge iron gates hanging on the stonework, dew clinging with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. There are two headless statues of armed guardians which flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence.
What type of statue? Humanoid?
You can see it in...
I
Oh, wait.
can't see
Maybe
any.
you
We
can.
can't
see
see.
a black
We can't
screen.
see anything.
There you go.
Ah,
Ah.
it's a much nicer thing to look at. Okay.
That's a huge gate.
And there's still fog all around us.
There's still fog all around you, yeah.
Okay.
Do we
You can see this,
recognize?
though.
Do we recognize this as being a city that was, or a town that was on,
On the
or a
map.
fort rather, that was on the map that we were going towards?
It's nowhere you've ever been, and it's nowhere that would make sense for the amount of distance you've traveled. And you've traveled this path before.
Can I tell if
This
these,
is not something you've seen before.
are these human or elven, these statues? Can I tell?
It's tough to tell without a head.
There's a head on the ground.
The ears are not pointed, though they could have broken off.
Okay. All right.
Well,
And the gates are open.
Come this
I
far.
suppose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it might be prudent for us to be a little sneakier, even still heading in here. I don't like the looks of it.
Yeah. Tough to be sneaky through what is the word I'm looking for? Portcullis here. You know, you're walking in a very deterministic path. We'll give it a try, but I'm a bit worried. I also will attempt to conceal myself in the ruins near the kind of side of the road, near the shrub line and with the ruins and whatnot. Just try to keep a low profile as I want to see what's in and through this courtyard.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. Okay. You peer through the gate, and on the other side of it, the forest recontinues.
Is there a town in there at all, or it's just forest
Nope.
on one side, this wall, and forest on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will walk back, and I am in a seriously puzzled voice say, "This is a wall between two parts of the forest. I don't know what the hell that means."
Must be some kind of gate.
To
Oh.
what though?
What? Yeah. There's got to be. Have, you probably haven't heard of any. Like, is there any history that we would have known that this sounds familiar at all to? Like, any sort of
Roll
fairy
me a history
tale?
check.
Okay.
This sounds like the
History.
Fae to me a little bit.
History. Shoot, I never do that one. There it is. Haha.
Nice.
Okay. And you're really racking your brain, like really well.
Yeah.
This is nothing that's ever struck in you before. This
Okay.
is striking no chords.
Alright.
Well,
I guess all we can do is exercise caution.
all roads lead to Rome. Let's go figure out where this one goes.
All right.
Let's
You,
just-
You head through the gate and towering trees, which the tops are lost in heavy grey mist, which becomes heavier again on the other side of the gate. They block out all but a death grey light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, almost like they are trying to gain warmth from one another. And the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, and yet they exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream.
This sounds very welcoming.
We're in the Weald.
Okay.
After 2 to 3 hours of traveling, continuing down this unknown road, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. Give me a second.
Something you said just jogged a response from me, Sully. If we're walking through fresh mud, I want to look and just see, are there other tracks ahead of ours, and what are the age of them, if I can see if it's dried, dirt, mud, just that kind of stuff. I'm looking for traveling on the path.
It's wet at the moment, but roll me a survival check.
As we're as we're walking down, I'm also keeping a lookout for any shadows or figures approaching us in the mist.
There are no footsteps leading away from the town, only leading inwards. Regarding their age, you can't tell.
Only inwards. Okay, that's weird.
All right.
So we walk into this town here.
The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance.
But there's like active sobbing. It's not like it sounds like somebody's crying off in the
The
distance.
gravel road in the village, with its tall houses dark as tombstones, and nestled among these solemn dwellings, are a handful of close shops, and even the tavern is shut tight. A soft whimpering draws your eye towards a pair of children standing in the middle of an otherwise lifeless street. I'll share a picture of that with you in a second.
These are drows.
The girl who's currently, the boy who's currently crying, and the girl turns towards him and shushes him, quietly gives him a hug, and whispers something into his ear. She turns to you and says, "There's a monster in our house." And she points to a tall brick row house that has seen better days, its windows dark. It has a gated portico on the ground floor, and the rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on either side are abandoned, their windows and doors boarded up.
Alright, I guess I'll cautiously approach her. I'm not gonna try to get too close. What do you mean, a monster? What kind of monster?
I don't know what it looks like, but we can hear its terrible howls every night when we try to sleep.
Where are you staying if you're not staying in your house?
We had to leave in order to get out of here. Thorn here was too scared. My name is Rose.
Is there anybody else still in the house? Are your parents anywhere around?
our parents, they keep the monster trapped in the basement, but we haven't seen them in days. And there's a baby in the nursery.
What town
Is
is
it a
this?
sibling of yours? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. If you're still doing that line question, go ahead.
Is it your sibling?
Yes.
Okay.
What town is this?
Then
Please help us.
Does she say that? Do I see that she hasn't heard me, or that she's ignoring me?
She just didn't answer the question.
can I insight check them about this monster?
Sure.
Alright. I want to see if there's really a monster, as far as they are concerned. Let's see, insight. No, that's
Okay.
not great.
She doesn't seem to be lying about the monster. She seems to be quite earnest about that, and
Okay.
believes that there is one. Yeah.
All right.
How well fed do these children look?
The clothes are pretty baggy, so it's hard to tell. But their skin is pretty tight against the bones.
Alright.
I
Then
wanna
look at the other guys.
I want to look around for a second. So the way they're behaving, or the way what they've just said, sounds like it's been only a few nights maybe of this being a problem. What is the state of disrepair in this town? Does it look like it's been abandoned? Does it look like it's closed and there's just no one on the streets right now? Or is there bigger signs like weeds coming through, like, decaying buildings or stuff out of place? Like, is this abandoned, or right now there's just no one around?
There's just no one around right now.
So the rest of it...
And as you look around, the fog becomes heavier surrounding you.
Okay.
Okay. Just for the record, sorry, do I have any problem with vision, since I don't have dark vision, or still it's like visible for
It's
me
not
outside?
completely dark yet. It's not completely dark yet.
Well, should we go in and take a look about this monster? See if we can't do something about it?
maybe...
Since there are life at stake, I think we should investigate this. Or at least I want to investigate this.
All right.
It's throwing up warning signs. Red flags everywhere for me.
I think that you're probably not wrong. I think we should definitely be very, very careful inside this house. We have no idea what's inside.
Rose, is there anything you can tell us about the monster? Anything that might help us save your baby brother, baby sister?
I don't know anything about it. All I hear are its horrid screams in the night. It means we're not able to sleep in.
Is it only at the night that you hear it?
I think so.
There's one question that I have. Isn't there anybody around that could help you with this? Or are you all alone?
She kind of like looks around left and right. Please help us.
What time of day is it?
No,
I'm not asking you, I'm asking her.
In character, he's asking.
What time of day is it?
Yeah.
She kind of like looks up and says, "It's the afternoon."
Alright, well, if it's only out at night, maybe we check out the basement now before it's night.
That might be a smart idea.
Anyone,
Chris said it might not be there. Maybe it has some other residence that it hides in, or some other den.
You notice with Thorn, the younger boy, he's looking at each of you, but never looks at any of you in the face.
Does
He
it
looks
seem like it's out of fear?
Your chest. He looks at your feet, but he never makes eye contact.
Not even with me. I'm probably like his same height.
He avoids it.
Does Rose make eye contact?
She does.
Okay. Well,
Are we going to check it?
I think right now it's the only thing we had to do. And if there are lives at stake, we should try to see if we can help someone out.
I turn to Rose again. I say, will you be here when we come back out? Where can we find you?
We will wait here for you.
All right. I'm going to slowly approach the house, and I'm going to try to. You said the door is ajar, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to try to just really get a peek in there before I step in. See if I can see anything.
So we go to the very bottom of the map.
Yep.
As
All right.
Is
as
it dark
Xanlu is
inside?
Yes, it's dark inside.
As Xanlu is going in, I'm looking at what Rose and Thorn are doing.
You look back and they're just watching you. Thorn is not. He's looking at your bodies, but he's not watching you.
All right. I'm going to try to stealth my way in, so I'll give you a stealth check.
Sure.
I'm not sure if that's gonna be needed because I want to cast light on my
Oh.
shield.
Well, Xanlu doesn't think about that just yet, and
You get for picking human.
I wanted to do something different.
did I just walk past the door, or is this the door right here in front of me now?
So there was an initial foyer, which the door was open to. It was ajar, and then you walk in, and then there's a second set of doors, which are there. So it's 40-20 on light, right? Yeah.
All right. Then I'll be like, hold on.
Galg, you should be able to see, or has sight. There we go.
I don't have light. I don't have dark vision either. Yeah.
You can see now, right?
Oh, I
Yep.
thought Kenku have dark vision.
Nope, they don't.
Nope.
I'm gonna try to check the door, see if there's any traps on it.
Sure, roll me an investigation too. Okay, the door does not appear to be trapped.
Is it locked?
And not locked.
Okay, then
Can
I'll
we hear
very
anything? Can
slowly.
we pause for a second before we go in? Can we hear anything?
Yeah.
You have a listen inside, and nothing recognizable.
All right. Then I'm gonna very slowly try to creak the door open, and kind of as I open it, peer in.
All right. Okay. The gate was unlocked. So oil lamps hang from the portcullis ceilings by chains, flanked by a set of oaken doors that open into a grand foyer. Okay, so just to give you a quick directional thing.
Okay.
This way is north.
Okay, so we're going east right now.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Remember that, because I'm going to be referring to different walls by north, south, east, west. Okay?
I guarantee I'll forget it at least once.
Write it down. Stick it on a post-it next to your screen. All right. Hanging on the south wall of the foyer is a shield emblazoned with coat of arms, flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass.
All right. The coat of arms doesn't look at all familiar. Like, it's not a major family that we would know of or anything, right?
No, and this one is particularly strange, the stylization. It is a stylized golden windmill on a red field.
Okay. It's a little odd.
Are you moving forward, Stanley?
I'm moving forward, but I'm not like trying to keep you guys from moving it. If you guys want to move in, that's fine. I'm not stealthing ahead.
I
per
like just
se,
a little bit of distance. I think you going first makes a lot of sense.
All right.
I'll be like 10 feet behind you.
All right.
As everyone's moving in, I'll like to take one final look at Rose and Thorn. Do I notice any difference in their expressions? Or rather in Rose's expression, since Thorn is not looking.
Her facial expression is rather blank. They're still watching you. They're not doing anything. She sees that you turn around and look at her, and she holds Thorn closer to her.
Okay.
I'm also going to check this door. I want to listen to it as well.
Okay. Or my perception check.
Okay. Perception. Cool. Oh, excellent.
Okay. Nothing can be heard from the other side of the door.
All right. And it doesn't look like there's any traps on this one either.
No.
Okay. It's not trapped. I'm going to very carefully try to open this door.
Alrighty. Oops. Here we go. A wide hall, which runs the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a longsword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood-panelled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for my team to kind of catch up.
Mm-hmm.
What is the corridor to the east?
This one here. It is a corridor to the east. There are two doors, one leading to the east and one leading to the south.
Thanks, Gal. Now we all know that that's.
So there's a door here,
Yeah, we're looking at multiple doors right now.
door here, there's a door here, door here,
You might be on GM layer. I'm not seeing your pings.
perhaps.
I'll say, hold on just a second, and then I'll walk back outside. Are Rose and Thorn still there?
They're still there.
I'll ask Rose, what's the quickest way to the basement?
Mother and father never showed us. They told us we were not allowed to go there.
You don't know how to get to the basement of your house?
We were never allowed to.
Where were you told not to go?
The basement.
Were there any other rooms off limit?
Mother and father's room. They told us not to go to the library.
Did they say why?
No.
Where's the library?
On the second floor.
In your parents' room? Is that on the second floor as well?
The third.
Where's your room?
The attic.
Thank you, Rose. I'm gonna go back inside. More weird stuff from the weird kids out there. They're not allowed in the library, not allowed in their parents' room. They live in the attic, the two kids. They don't know where the basement is. And I'm getting a really weird vibe off this whole thing.
That sounds really weird. Do you want to take their advice and go for the attic, or do you want to check out this first floor first?
I don't think they were advising we go to the attic. Just think I asked them where they lived, and they said the attic where they slept.
There's a creaking noise coming from behind you. You look around and you see that the main doors have been shut.
Okay. If I approach the door, can I open it again?
Yep, sure.
I approach the door. Does it open?
You open the door.
Okay. Are Rose and Thorn still standing
there? They're not standing there. In fact, you can't really see anything much anymore. The fog seems to have become significantly thicker around the house. You get the sense of maybe there are two figures out there in the fog, but you're not quite sure.
I will close the door again. And walk back in. Alright. Something's fucking with us right now. I say we start exploring. The library sounds really interesting to me. I'm certainly willing to take a look at these other rooms, and if we can find this basement, that would be great, but I really don't feel like there's a monster in the basement.
Maybe not. I guess whatever is here, probably gonna find it eventually.
Alright.
I would recommend checking the front, like this floor, firstly. To find the basement, should be here.
Yeah, it does make sense that the way to the basement would be on the first floor, most likely. So perhaps it's worth checking out this floor just to see if we can find this basement. If there's nothing there, then we can check the rest of the house.
The only my only hesitation with that is that I don't think a child's idea of a monster can encompass almost anything. It seems very strange to me that it's a deserted town with 2 children and no adults, and that their parents have been missing for days. My suspicion is we're not just walking into something evil in the basement, but something really evil in the basement, if you get my sense. Like it's gonna be more than just a mundane horror. So
I got you. You mean that? Yeah. You mean it's not just gonna be an owlbear? I got you.
Yeah, we might want to have a little look around, see if we can arm ourselves with some knowledge before we wander into whatever it is. So I'm willing to check out the basement straight away if we can find it, but there might be some benefit in having a look around first.
Sure. Maybe. So, do we want to start on this floor and look for clues here, or do we want to go to the library?
Sure. Let's see what this corridor shows. I mean, the library might be here. I don't know where the library is. Do you? I
think you said that the kid said it was on the second floor.
Second floor.
Oh, if I said that, that's what I said.
Yeah. Okay. Should we try this room right to our west first? This one?
Sure.
Alright. We're just gonna take a listen at this one.
Okay. Perception check. Okay. Hear nothing.
Alright. I'll slowly open it.
Go.
What do I see?
Okay. The oak-paneled room almost looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace, there is a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room, there are 3 stuffed wolves. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth, with an oak table between them supporting various items. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table, surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the walls.
Okay. Are these windows on this westmost side? These are windows?
Yep, they're windows.
It's still, I can probably just see fog outside them, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at this cabinet to my north.
Alright. Okay, it's unlocked, and you open it. and it holds a small box, very stylized with intricate wooden foresty patterns on it. You open the box. It contains a deck of playing cards and an assortment of wine glasses, all of them immaculately clean.
What's the inscription on the back of the pictures on the back of the cards?
It's just a very basic set of playing cards, just blue and white.
All right.
As Zanlu is looking around, I'm looking for anything which would suggest a date. For example, a calendar or journal or diary.
Okay. I mean, looking around, you look on the table, and there is a cask of wine. There are 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum, but no calendar or anything which suggests a date. But roll me a perception check.
I assume he means you go.
Everything looks immaculate, almost brand new, like it was positioned here not an hour ago. The room is in perfect condition.
The fireplace isn't lit, is it?
It's not lit, no.
Oh, okay.
But it is prepared to be lit, like absolutely everything in order. The logs fresh, not having been used.
All right. I'm gonna take a look at the other cabinet, I guess, by the wolves.
Okay. This one is locked.
Can I try to unlock it with my thieves' tools?
Sure. Roll me a dexterity check. Thieves'
do-
tools dexterity.
Yeah. Do you want sleight of hand? Because my thing is I can use sleight of hand to use mage hand to do this from a distance.
Are
Just
you
in
not
case it
using
blows
thieves'
up.
Oh,
No,
you're
I can
not
use
using
thieves' tools because I'm an arcane. I can use thieves' tools with my mage hand because I'm an arcane trickster.
Okay.
And it
So how
says
are
it
you
uses sleight
proposing
of
it be
hand.
done? Sleight of hand? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
If you want.
That's what the mechanics say. So
It's still just dexterity with advantage, right? With proficiency.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. It's locked and doesn't seem to be budging.
well, that's unfortunate. There's nothing interesting on the table by the chairs.
No, there's nothing on that table.
I
But again,
reach out.
pristine looks, very little moved or touched in this room.
All right.
I reach out with my hand to Zanlu, and I say, "Me," and I do an action that suggests I'll try to open the.
I gesture for him to take charge.
Sure.
Okay. Should I roll for sleight of hand?
Do you have thieves' tools?
No, I was asking him for his thief too.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, well then I'll lend him my thieves' tools. I don't know if you're proficient, but
I'm not. So.
Well, then you can't use them.
Ah, okay.
yeah.
You trust that for a rogue, if it's unlockable, it's not unlockable, then you're not going to have much luck with it either.
Yeah. I just want to take a look at the taxidermy in this room.
Mhm.
It looks standard taxidermy, right? Not like it's gonna get up and bite us. Like there doesn't seem anything off or funny about it.
Nothing off or funny about it. It just looks like
They look like real wolves.
just 3 stuffed wolves. They were.
Okay.
All right.
Should we
I'm
move
gonna
on? Big
maybe
house.
just maybe this. I'm thinking. Shoot. What's that over there? This door. What do you think?
we're gonna be here for a while. If we do have your room, sure, give it a look.
We could be. Do you want to just go to the library and see if we find something of interest there? Because, like you said, not every room's going to be interesting, probably.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually, we are for a way down.
I understand the idea of systematically approaching it, so I don't really mind. But just my thought is, from the outside, this looks like a nice house. I expect we're gonna be countering a lot of rooms, like the room we just came out of.
Right. I'm going to go to this room and slowly open it.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. So this appears to be a dining room of sorts. The centerpiece of the wooden paneled room is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with a resplendent silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany frame painting of an alpine vale. The wall paneling is carved with elegant images of deer among trees. Red silk drapes cover the windows, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall.
Okay.
The table is set, but it's like empty plates, right? It's not like a meal disturbed. It's a meal.
There is no food.
Okay.
There's no food.
I want to take a look at this thing on the back wall. See if there's anything, like, if I look behind it, is there anything there?
The tapestry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I look
you look
behind it?
Yeah, you can pull it
Okay.
aside and look behind it. It's more of the paneling which is covering the rest of the room. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. So the paneling is covered with elegant images of deer among trees. On closer inspection, you look at it very closely and you notice there are twisted faces carved into the tree trunks. And among the carved foliage, you see several wolves lurking.
All right.
So, like, what's on the mantle of the fireplace in the main room?
Up on the mantle of it?
Yeah.
Sorry, when you said the main room, like the hunting room?
I'm sorry. Of the this is a fireplace in the far left of the room of this room, right? The corridor that runs the length of the house. Yeah.
Okay. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill cameo
Oh, that's that
worked
one.
into
Okay,
the
got it. Sorry. Can I just, as Spade's looking around in there, can I have just a quick look at this fireplace? You said it's prepared to be lit, but not lit. When I look in it, can I see any evidence that it's ever been lit?
Roll me a perception check. And whatsoever. There is no ash, there is no residue on the walls.
When Zanlu gets back, I want to open this door next to Victor.
I say, just as everyone enters the room again with me, I say, the children said they didn't know where the basement was. Seems strange. They may have lived in a house and not have known that. Perhaps it's hidden in some way. Perhaps we should be on the lookout for hidden panels or secret rooms.
This is a cloakroom of sorts, and it has several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the walls, and there is a top hat which sits on a high shelf.
Can I just meddle with things, like with the heads and stuff? Like, if anything, I can, like, pull something, like, if it's some kind of lever?
Sure, I mean, you push your hand against all the cloaks. There's nothing behind them, just the pegs which they're hanging upon.
Okay, I think inside here.
All right.
Sorry, as I was walking around, did I notice any emblems
Roll me a perception check. Okay, no emblems, but in the main hallway, the wooden panels here are sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. As you're kind of like looking a little bit deeper for some kind of like hidden imagery or something like that, you see that there are serpents and skulls which are inconspicuously woven into the wall designs. Yeah.
I point that out to the group.
Does this imagery conjure anything for me? Any connections with any of the maybe the gods or the various creatures of this realm? Is there a meaning to this that I might know as my character? Any of this?
Religion check. Okay. There's no meaning to it. There's no link to any specific person, deity, or anything like that. But you get the sense that on initial glance, both this wall and what was pointed out to you by Zanlu in the dining room, the wall initially presented itself as being an image of joy and happiness scenes, but on closer inspection, you see these hidden images inside these the wall panelings.
Interesting.
Guess all that's left is up. Oh wait, this is not a corridor, isn't it? Never mind.
There is small corridor. I want to open the door to the east. But I think it's gonna be connected with the dining room, yes, and then to south. The last door.
Okay. This is a kitchen, and it's tidy with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on the shelves. There's a work table, which has a cutting board and a rolling pin atop it. There's a stone dome-shaped oven which stands near the eastern wall. Its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door.
Okay. I would like to approach the door and listen in.
Roll me a perception check. Okay, can't hear anything.
Okay, I will try to open it.
Alright. So the thin door leads to a well-stocked pantry. All the food appears fresh.
Are there greens in there as well?
Yeah.
Like, what kind
That's
of
weird.
food? Is it like normal human food or?
Mostly ones that can be stored without the need of a fridge. Vegetables, there are jars of various different accoutrements.
Can't imagine they have fridges in D&D. That's not the
Not
list
so
of items.
much.
Yeah. That's very peculiar. There's fresh food in here.
Yeah, that's really strange, but it's not helping us to find the basement.
It doesn't really help us. No.
Onward and upward?
I think, yeah, upward now.
Does it look like the dust is suspended in the air? This is not settling at all.
The what?
Dust. Does it look like
There is-
it's permanently suspended in the air, not settling at all?
There is no dust.
Okay. So, real quick, what is this little thing over here? Is this a window or a door or what?
Okay, cool. Just 1 second. Okay, it's a small door in the southwest corner of the kitchen. It's a 2 foot wide. It's like a 2 foot by 2 foot square, and currently there is a wooden paneled door covering it. It's split in half, and you would pull it towards you in order to open it.
Am I tall enough to reach it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I'll try to see if I can open it.
Okay. So you pull it, and what looks like a 2-foot cube behind is just there.
It's just like a cupboard, or?
Okay. So you look in, and there's a wooden panel on the ground, and you kind of peer your head in and look upwards.
Mhm.
It appears to be a stone shaft of sorts.
Oh, so it's like a...
There is a simple rope and pulley mechanism which you can see.
Okay.
Which is there.
I gotcha. I get what it is.
I want to take a moment and I want to knock my quietly. I want to knock my boots together a little bit. I want to knock off some mud, some dried mud off the bottom of my sole of my boot. I've been wandering through this town with. And does it stay on the floor?
It stays on the floor.
Okay, so there's a clear mark where I've left it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that does it for the bottom floor. Should we go upwards now?
Yeah. I'll wait till
Yeah.
I'll wait as everyone else leaves the room, and I'll leave the room too. And as soon as I leave the room, I'm gonna turn around and walk back in. Is the mud still there?
Still there.
Okay. Going upstairs then.
I guess I'll probably lead the way.
Okay.
All right. So we'll take a break there, guys. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. See you soon. Thanks for watching.